So what's new with you, man?
Nothing really, man. So like I said, I was up all night trying to figure out what we're going to talk about and how we're going to do this, and
Yeah.
our first little conversation with great beer.
Great beer. Smash that. Go check it out at your local brewery.
Saddle Mountain Brewing Company over in Goodyear off of Roosevelt and Estrella Parkway, just west. Really good beer.
This is really good. It kind of has like a sweet tone.
Yeah. It's called a hoppy pilsner. It's one of the seasonals that Saddle has, and it's grown tremendously.
I love it.
I don't think we knew how popular it was going to get, and everybody just started tapping out so fast.
Tap that.
Right.
Tap that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how about that tip challenge, huh?
Yeah. Apparently, I was supposed to get a message from you, and I did not.
Oh yeah. So Ashley said thank you so much for the generous tip. So this
Shout
is me
out to
telling you.
Ashley, great bartender over at Native.
Great bartender. Go check her out. Go tip her.
Yeah, I walked in and she literally was all like, "Did you get my message?" And I'm like, "What? Like, no? What are you talking about?"
I'm the messenger that never delivers the message.
You were the guy with the laptop. It wasn't even Adam.
Right.
Yeah, your friend. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, your friend with the laptop. I'm like, what are you talking about?
If you guys ever need me to deliver a message, don't come to me. Do not come to me.
AKA, don't count out Adam.
So check this out. So I think it was 2 days after we went to Native. I went to work, and one of my coworkers was like, because you got to Snapchat it or it didn't happen, right? So what I did is I went to work, and one of my coworkers was like, oh my gosh, I saw that tip that you guys left, this and that. I wish that happens to me. I'm like, yeah, no shit, so do I. Check this out. 15 minutes later, she gets a table. Their tab is $126. They tipped the bill.
Really?
$126. $126. She's never even done the challenge before. It's like, I did the challenge. Help me out. You know what I mean? I already did this. I paid my dues.
No, man. See, I could do the challenge. It doesn't matter to me. Me being a manager, you're on the other spectrum.
Right. True. It's like, man, come on. One hand washes the other, but
my tip is, hey, your servers are doing well. I'm like, thanks.
Right.
That paid the phone bill.
Thank you so much. There goes the bill for Cox. All right, now I just need APS, City of whatever else. That's funny. But I'm actually curious to see what the next challenge is going to be, because you had the stupid ass Tide Pod challenge. You got the tip the bill. You had 2014 was like Ice Bucket challenge. I wonder what's going to be next.
Well, you got the latest one was the Kiki. What do you call that challenge?
Yeah, Kiki challenge. Dude, a lot of people got hurt during that. I wonder if Drake's like scrolling through someone like, fuck, why are you guys just listen to it? You don't have to dance to it. Don't jump out of your cars.
Does he feel bad though?
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Hell no. I wonder where those start. Like, there was also that one with the eye thing. Like how does it go? It's like, fuck. You know what I'm talking about? I think the soccer player from the World Cup started. It's like I don't know what it's called, but like you take your hand and then you like, oh, there we go. That's the one. Bam! Bam! That's it. Nailed it. Try it. Check it out. Try it. So you go like this, and then you gotta like switch it over. So like your hand has to flip. Your hand has to flip, but your fingers
move.
Yeah.
I'm about to do that little Batman thing. Remember when we were younger? It's like, I can't even do that now.
So that went viral.
What the?
Right? Let me grab my monocle. But yeah, that was all over the internet too. I'm just curious to see what the next big thing is going to be. I think we should make the next big thing.
That's such a responsibility.
Brainstorm. I don't even know where I would start. Like, obviously, like the Kiki challenge. I mean, Drake wasn't intending for people to get hurt out of it or anything like that.
Well, obviously not.
But at a certain point, you have to make it a challenge, make it something difficult to where not the average person can do on their first try. They're like, how the fuck is this done? How the fuck did they do this? You know?
I mean, is it the level of difficulty that's
I don't know.
Really the challenge, or is it just the fact that you're putting yourself out there?
Right.
On social media,
yeah.
Or just out, everybody can see you doing it.
That's actually a really good point. I feel like a lot of the things that do go viral, they go viral because the right person sees it at the right time. Because you can be like an average Joe and do like the coolest fucking thing ever, and it doesn't go anywhere. But the second that like someone with some followers or something like that sees it and they repost it, bam.
Yeah.
It's like
hence the term viral.
Initiates it, which is crazy. Like a lot of people aspire to like they wake up and they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a viral video today. And those are the people that never make a viral video in their lives.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
And it's like when you least expect it, like that kid that went to the Super Bowl and you saw Justin Timberlake perform. This is like maybe in January.
Wait, was that a meme?
Yeah. This is last Super Bowl.
But was that made into a meme? I'm thinking of
it was, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, who the fuck is Justin Timberlake? And he's like Googling.
Yeah.
He takes a selfie with him. Kid ended up on Ellen. Virality. Like,
oh, boy.
It's fucking nuts.
Or you just have to have white shoes, white Vans.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And Jay-Z even made a lyric about that. Like, that's insane.
Of all the people to make a lyric about that, that'd probably be one of the ultimate ones.
Right? Jay-Z, like, if that was me, I would die happy. And he got a lifetime supply of Vans.
From Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Once again, full
you know
circle,
what?
right back
the
to
goal,
Ellen.
The goal isn't to go viral. The goal is to get on Ellen. Because you can go viral and nothing will happen. Like, you know, people see it. And then if you get on Ellen, here's a $25,000 check to college. We paid your tuition. Here's a brand new car. Fuck it. Thanks, Ellen. Thank you. How sick would that be?
Thanks for taking note from Oprah.
Yeah, right? Honestly, you get a car. You get a car. You know what? Sorry, we're all out of cars. This last bottom row gets no cars.
Here's some slippers.
You know what? It's actually funny that you mentioned Oprah. I don't know if I told you when we were at Native, I started watching Seinfeld heavily.
Well, did you watch it before, though?
I watched it like back in Chicago when I was younger, but I didn't really understand the comedy behind it. And I kind of like regret not actually trying to dive deep and like nitpick things like as a kid, because I feel like I would have been way more intelligent as I got older.
Okay, so those of you don't know that Adam and I don't even know how old you are. We have an age gap.
Yeah.
So you know, so whenever
actually, in the comments or something like that, try to guess our ages. How about that?
There you go.
Viral game.
Yeah. Okay. So that so Seinfeld was way big back then. I mean, he still is. He's one of the kings of comedy.
Right.
For him to do a show like that and to keep it going, and people just sometimes either got the humor or they just didn't get it, and of course the new generation that was born and into different kind of comedy, it kind of, which my opinion, I think it kind of filtered out. But Seinfeld was a genius.
He was, yeah, definitely.
Funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Him and Larry David both. Actually, I was watching I dove so deep into it. I was like, man, I want to like see the behind the scenes of this shit, you know? And I watched the documentary, and what I found out is that Larry David never wrote a screenplay up until Seinfeld. Like,
really?
He never had anything to do with TV. Like, they were both comedians, but he's never written any kind of pilot or anything for television. So when it got picked up, he was shitting bricks. Like, NBC called him saying like, hey, we need another season, that, and that. And he's like, well, all right, let me get started. Freaking out. And apparently what I found out also is that the character of George, the bald guy, he's based on Larry David.
Really?
Because they didn't want to have Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David on the show. It's like two comedians. It would have been like too much. So what they did is they hired an actor, that being George, and he played the persona of Larry David, of what Larry David would be on the show.
Gotcha.
And like after I found that out, I kind of kept that in the back of my head as I'm watching this episode. I'm like, that's Larry David. I'm like, that is Larry David. It's so genius too. Like, another thing I like about it is that, granted, it's a 90s show, but a lot of the jokes still correlate to today. Like,
no, they honestly do.
Awkward dating situations.
Absolutely.
The one thing that I noticed, like with the 90s, dude, I miss the 90s. I don't know about you. Like, I feel like we're living in a day and age that's way too fast.
Well, nobody wants. Come on, like we're in the service industry.
Right.
Nobody wants to wait 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30
right.
seconds.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
They're just lightning fast.
Right.
Yeah. It went. The 90s went by fast. I mean, for each generation, they're gonna always say this was the best. I mean, if I went to, somebody, that's like my father, he's gonna say the age of the Beatles was the best.
Right.
I may disagree. I love the Beatles.
Yeah, Beatles are great.
Awesome band. I will always say the late '80s and '90s. That's just the time I grew up in.
Definitely.
And I was able to see the changes happening and into the 2000s.
Right.
It's nuts. I hate growing up, and screw you, Toys R Us.
Right.
You made everybody have to grow up.
Where else are we gonna get Nerf guns?
Yeah.
You fools. Amazon? Are you kidding me? Make Jeff Bezos even more rich? Come on. Actually, did you hear about that? That one of his employees is like living out of her car. Like, you're working for the richest man in the world, and you're living out of your car.
Well, what's her title?
There's, I don't know. Either way, like, I don't know, Packer or something. I don't know. But, I mean, minimum wage is at a certain point to where, like, if you have a roommate, you can still live on your own, like an actual apartment or living space other than a vehicle.
Minimum wage, you can make a living
If you have roommates, you can, necessities, like, roommates are there to help you out in a certain sense.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. I think I read something about, I think the national average for people to have the age range to that were having roommates was anywhere between like 19 to 26 or 28, and then it just changed. Crazy nowadays, it's anywhere between 25 to almost 50.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just nuts.
Yeah.
All the prices are skyrocketing, and I mean, we experience it in the industry as well.
Exactly.
Look at our own menu prices. I mean, it's crazy.
My actual employer bumped up their pretty much everything on the menu like $2.
It's got to be done.
I mean, and $2 adds up over time, so for sure.
Absolutely.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, as you said, everything changed like 80s, 90s, 2000s, this and that. I mean, 2000s was a while ago.
Yeah.
We're in 2018.
Yep.
It's been 2020 in 2 years. We're moving. We're moving quick, baby. So like, I'm curious to see where it's going to go from here. And everyone's talking about AI, artificial intelligence, virtual reality. The one thing that kind of scares me is that people are going to get so hooked on it that they would rather live in goggles than in actual reality. Like, I
don't think we're going to see that.
No?
In our age.
Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah, that was
great.
That was a really good
movie.
Yeah.
That's
I was trying to match it. Like, I was really intently watching to see if I could pick out like all the games that I've played or even know about, and like going from like Duck Hunt to Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that's just it's nuts.
I was I saw in theaters in 3D. Like, if a movie has an option for 3D, I'm always going to see 3D. I love it.
I don't
really.
I honestly think
why?
I think it's a waste,
dude. I love it.
No,
I'm just like, I'm gonna touch your hand.
No,
Where are you? You know what I mean?
Not the same. I just nope. I won't spend the money on 3D.
Paul's the same way. Honestly, he's like, it gives me a headache. I'm like, quit your bitch. We're gonna go see in 3D. But that opening scene in Ready Player One, where he gets the pizza delivered by a drone. I'm like, can we make this happen tomorrow? Like,
wasn't Amazon doing drones?
They were doing something. What happened to that?
I have no idea.
What happened to that? I have no clue. No clue. But
we don't do any research, by the way.
Any. So straight off the top, we are freestyling. But yeah, they were talking about getting drones for packages, this and that. What I'm thinking, and what I was thinking for a while actually, is like, how drones are getting more and more popular, more widespread between like vloggers and YouTube creators and all stuff like that. At a certain point, you're gonna want some crazy ass aerial shots. Are you gonna need like a permit from like the aviation?
No, there already is. So it's you have to register your drone.
Like that, a regular Phantom. You have to register that?
I don't know the specifics about it.
Right.
I know you have to register.
Because I mean, if you're flying it, I mean, obviously it's not going to go 30,000 feet, but like if you're flying it, a few hundred, and a plane's landing, and you're like doing a shot of an airport, like, does that airline owe you money back, or
no?
You
I
just
think
fuck yourself?
If you're going around the airports, I mean, you're crossing a thin line.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a point where they're going to have sniper towers for drones. But I mean, you don't want to. I'd say you don't want to. The common person should not want to risk a plane crashing or some kind of accident.
Not worth it. Unless it's going to go viral.
Oh man. But those people are out there that have no common sense. Yeah. People have to Google up common sense, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also kind of sad.
It is sad. Trust me. I mean, I have to work in it. I have to live in it, and I hate when people roll their eyes. Like, but I know I do it too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I think I roll my eyes when there's common sense in front of you and there's a huge invisible sign that you should know.
Right.
Hello, and then other people roll their eyes just because they're just mean, and they just are narcissistic.
Damn right. Honestly, I was actually thinking the other day. I forgot what I was watching. I was watching something, and it pretty much said if it was Seinfeld. It was Seinfeld. Seinfeld. Okay, that's what I was watching. And they pretty much said like, it would be amazing if everyone in society had to wear a name tag.
I don't even think people would read it. I mean, honestly, when you walk in, do you read someone's name tag?
Or do Not really. I try to, but sometimes the font is like. Have you ever went to Applebee's?
Yeah.
And their name tags made with the chalk.
Or it's like half of it's gone.
It's like
Ina.
Yeah. It's Anna. It's Anna, actually. Well, you know what? Fill your name tag in with a Sharpie or something. Make it stay.
Apparently, you don't like your name.
Right? Exactly. Your parents hate you.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, imagine if you had like a name tag, but not necessarily a name tag, but like personality description. Narcissist.
Yeah, but
you'd already know how to treat that person.
Well, would your coworkers or your friends have to do that?
Everyone in society, no matter.
No. I mean, to give you that, because if you're a narcissist, you're not going to think low of yourself.
I would probably say family, because those people know you best.
No, you can't do family.
You don't think so?
Oh, you're going to get that grandma that's like, oh.
No. I'll tell you what. I'll go straight to my mom. My mom is brutally honest, and she'll be like, dumbass.
Yeah, but not everybody's like your mom.
True. You're very right. Cheers. Damn right.
It would literally you'd have to have some type of personality test.
A test.
This is
a website idea.
Yeah.
You do a little evaluation, isn't it? And it prints out
just like every application.
And you can't take a retest. You cannot take a retest. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so I was looking at some stuff just in our industry about complaints last night.
Right.
There's so many server rants videos.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like I was telling you, I was up all night just looking at this stuff, and I'm like, this is the same repetitive thing. It's just, of course, a different story.
Right.
But it
falls in the same category
all the time. Yeah. It always ends up the same way. The one thing that I didn't even think about, there was a guy that was saying, if you spend $100 in less than 30 minutes, I'm okay with a $10 tip. If you spend $100 and stay for 3 hours, yeah, you better tip out the correct percentage.
That's actually pretty.
I never thought about that.
It makes sense. You're not camping, so it's like
right. He's like,
get the fuck out of there. You can reciprocate for that $100 that you didn't make.
For those of you that aren't in the industry, so basically a camper is someone that stays a little bit longer than the normal average at a table for you that you're serving, or even if it's not your section. But
they pitch a tent, make a fire, and
but in all reality, you're risking this person's livelihood for staying longer in that one little table. I mean, it could be a 2-top, a 4-top.
Yeah.
And you're staying there 3-4 hours, and say there's a cutoff point. Not that the servers cut you off, but you're just not ordering anything.
Right. Exactly.
And that's precious time for another table or 2 or 3 that could have been there and tipped out the server. And I'm not saying the server's going to be tipped out $100 every freaking time.
Would be nice.
But a $5 here, $5 there, $5 again. I mean, it adds up.
Yeah. For sure.
So, I mean, I completely agree.
It definitely does make sense to me mathematically. The one thing I hate, the one thing that really grinds my gears is like, I don't mind if someone's camping and, because a lot of people think, all right, as soon as the bill's paid and they camp after that, they think, you know what, I don't expect my waters to be refilled or anything like that. Me? I'm the asshole that I will keep refilling your fucking iced tea or your water even after you paid, just in case you didn't tip me, you feel like a asshole. That's the kind of guy I am. Like, man, I should have left him 10 instead of 5. I downed like 5 iced teas. Wow, I'm such a shitty person. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
See, I'm the turn and burner when I used to serve bartend. I'm just like turn and burn.
Right, exactly.
If I see a regular, or I know somebody's actually trying to communicate with me or talk with me, while I'm multitasking and still pouring drinks or, you know, getting orders from someone else. You know, I'm very appreciative,
right?
Because that person gets it, and that person may or may not be or used to be in the industry. I do one step at a time. I don't turn off everything all at the same time. So it'd just be like I do lights up,
right?
And then I'll watch them for a little bit, you know, and then I'll turn the music off.
Yeah.
And then chairs start going up.
Yeah, exactly.
So 3 steps. I mean, the final stage is probably the closer.
Yeah.
Whomever that is will be sweeping right next to them.
Yeah, exactly.
So when people say or yelp, I hate Yelp, by the way. I think every restaurant does. They made us feel uncomfortable. They forced us to leave. Well, yeah. I would love to see like what time you left. Exactly. What did you order? When was the last time you ordered anything? How much did you tip? Yeah. It's I don't know. From a manager standpoint, I don't mind people chilling at the end. I really don't. Yeah. We got to clean up anyways. Exactly. And I was just telling my girlfriend earlier. I was like, you know what? My little secret is like I let them know. I'm like, hey, you guys want anything else? Right. No. Okay, cool. But or they will always say, oh, we don't want to stay. We don't want to bother you. Blah blah blah. I will say, you know, that's fine. I got to clean up anyways. You can hang out with us. You're just extra company. Right. Just clean up around you. Not a big deal. Exactly. They always leave. 100% of the time, they always leave. Yeah. I think if you don't say anything is when... You're like, oh we're okay, good. We're good. Cool. We're flying under the radar. No, you're not. No, you're not. The few places I used to work at, oftentimes they would play the song "Closing Time," and that's when ping, light bulb goes off. They're like, "All right, like you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here." The lyrics, I feel like that band wrote that song for the service industry. They were just alcoholics. They hear that. Yeah, exactly right. They're like, we need to make an anthem, a closing anthem, just to get people out of establishments. We feel bad for the people in the service industry, you know. When I hear that song, I just laugh. I'm just like, I feel you. Well, but I think Cue the song. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. I still don't want to leave. So I'm staying right here. I don't know. I laugh at it. I don't. Oh, I always look at it from a manager standpoint, I guess. I know the servers are just dying. Right. You know, I'm just like, well, you know, I'm not going to kick them out. Yeah, exactly. You know, if they have an attitude or something like that, or if it's just ridiculous, if it's an hour afterwards, I'm going to cut it. You know, it's not worth the electric bill. No, definitely. And, you know, payroll. Definitely. And this is just stuff that I have to think about. But I mean, if you're cool, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had regulars stay, and I've had customers that are, if they're absolutely cool with my bartender or even server, you know, they're just like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I don't need anything. I'm just before I drive home or get an Uber, I just want to chill. Yeah, cool. Exactly. Fine with me. Never bothered us. I noticed one big difference is there's a big difference between someone coming in 5 minutes, 10 minutes before closing time and the restaurant's packed. Because you already know it's going to be 2 hours before you get to leave anyway. Yeah. But there's those people that come in 5-10 minutes early, and they're the only ones that come in early. Yeah, all the side work's done, everything's done. I would feel horrible. Right? I can't do that. Or even say if the girlfriend and I leave the house at 9:30. On average, a restaurant closes at 10. Right. We leave at 9:30, and we just look at each other because we're both in the service industry. Just like, oh man, we really have to pick something that's open till 2 a.m. Yeah. So but we're conscious of that. Exactly. Other people, I mean, I had customers the other night that came in 5 minutes before close. I don't think it was bad because we were packed. And so I'm not going to just kick every freaking table out. Exactly. All right, cool. Excuse me, we're closing. Yeah, it's like, you're cool. But even if it's packed and you come in and it's 2 minutes before close, I would. We got a problem. I don't like that, even though I wouldn't close. Right. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Get you some more. Thank you, sir. Saddle Mountain, smash that Pilsner. Smash that. Cue the music. Smash that. Smash that. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Love it. I just learned my girlfriend is a huge fan of ASMR. Really? Dude. I'm not. I think it's creepy.
I'll tell you what. The first video I ever saw of ASMR was this lovely lady on Facebook, and she was eating a pickle. She's super famous. I don't know what her channel is, but I don't know. I'll link it somewhere if you're into that kind of shit. So she was eating a pickle, and you know, average person just like, and they're done.
Right.
She was like making love to the thing, dude. She's like, you know, like she was going above and beyond with it. And did I enjoy it? No. Could I stop watching? No.
It was like a bad train wreck.
Dude, I could not, like, I got to the point where I was like, I need a pickle. I'm craving a pickle right now. And so, obviously I didn't have any. That same day, I went to the store, got some pickles.
Phrasing.
Huh?
Phrasing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, right? Tell me about it. She also did one with, this one was kind of gross. Excuse me. It was, with pasta.
Just slurping?
Like, you know how, like, that mac and cheese, like,
oh, yeah,
the sound of good or whatever? Yeah. Bleep.
I wasn't thinking that, but okay.
I'm going to bleep it out.
And we're back.
Thanks for tuning in.
This went from
Cheers.
YouTube.
Cheers to that.
This went from YouTube to Pornhub.
Yeah. Real quick.
Hey.
0 to 100. Cue the music.
0 to 100, real quick.
Oh boy.
I feel like with ASMR, the more sound effects you make, the better.
That's so creepy.
And what's weird is like people will not even like it's not even the act of eating or drinking. It's like
correct.
I actually didn't know that there was a name for it. I didn't know that there was like ASMR. I didn't know. I was shopping at Fry's with Paul, and one of my buddies, Brandon, shout out to Brandon, he goes, dude, I saw your video that you did with eating the chips or whatever. He's like, dude, if you put that on YouTube, you're gonna get some hits. I'm like, is that even a thing? Like, he's like, dude, it's ASMR. I'm like, ASMR what?
I didn't even know until
it's like crazy.
Until you did something.
Yeah, I actually did a few of them, and I did one with Caesar salad. Dude, people hated that one. Like, one of my buddies, Austin, shout out Austin Hill, he goes, dude, if you make one more of these, I'm gonna unfollow you. I was like, fair enough, fair enough. And so after that, I was kind of just like, man, this is like a niche for some people. Like, this is like how they actually like make YouTube money. Because I mean, you're not cursing, you're not doing anything crazy. You're just. Some people called it like a brain orgasm. Like you actually like climax to the point of like satisfaction from hearing these sounds. Completely weird.
Creepy.
But I can't stop watching.
I can immediately. As soon as I saw that chip go in your mouth.
Dude,
yeah. And
like the funny thing about it is that every one of these people that does it on YouTube like professionally, they have a certain microphone for it. So like over here we have the AKG. This probably it doesn't really work well with it. You got to like tweak some settings. But the YouTubers that do it, they have a blue Yeti, like it's like a little cone one, and I don't know if that like picks up different frequencies than mine does. I'm not sure, but dude, some of those obviously you have to jack up your EQ and like your sensitivity of the actual sound pickup of the mic. There's definitely a science behind it, okay, folks? There's a science behind it. So appreciate ASMR. They're gonna hate me.
I hate you.
I love you. So if you guys are unaware, this is actually our first time doing this kind of podcast. First time. We have, freestyling. No agenda, no questions. As it comes.
I would love to bring in people that are in the industry and just hear their rant and then talk about it instead of people in the industry going on YouTube and just ranting.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed that when I was clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, it was just them just on their phone, just blah, 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 blah. Or they'll try to make it funny. And it was just the same thing. It's one of those, you're trying too hard.
Exactly.
That person that you're trying to complain about definitely is not going to see it.
Right.
And I feel that the intention is to help the viewer who is another industry people. Yeah, exactly. My favorite one is the bitchy waiter. I don't know if you've seen that.
Great. I love it.
This guy. Yeah. If you've not seen this guy, he is hilarious. The bitchy waiter. Yeah. He is hilarious.
I totally agree with you in the sense that we. I mean, obviously he's doing his thing by himself, but we should definitely bring people on. So
absolutely.
If you or someone you may know is in the service industry, bring them on. Let us know. Yeah. Hop on. We'll throw you a seat right here, and tell us your craziest, most ridiculous story, whether it's in the front of the house, back of the house, customer, coworker, owner, manager. We don't care. We don't care. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I want to be different because it's always been servers or bartenders.
Exactly.
Nobody hears from the host.
Exactly.
Nobody hears from the food owner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nobody hears from back of the house.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to us today. We are trying to make sure that we get as many viewers as possible. People communicating with us. Just comment down below what you think you want us to talk about or what you want to hear about.
Send us questions, send us requests.
Everything and anything. Yeah. Also, of course, let's do the cliche thing. Subscribe.
Like.
Follow
share.
us. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Definitely going to put the links down below or right in front of our faces or above our head or right beside us in between.
You'll never know where it's at.
Whatever. Thanks, guys.